My name's Ran. I'm a set builder and a prop maker, special effects artist. I make my own large-scale artworks as well. We're down here at Tortuga Studios today in my workshop, which is at Alien Proof Construction. We're in the bottom of King Street at St Peter's. We've been here for 10 years now, just over 10 years, and we're going to try and stick it out here for as long as we can. We'll make anything that anyone wants. If someone will give me some money to make it, I'll have a go at it. Shakespeare to spaceships, cots to coffins, anything in between. About 2 weeks ago, I was working with Brian Cox and working on a show called Stargazing, which we worked on last year as well. I was making little liquid fuel bottle rockets, firing them in the ABC studios up over the audience's head. I'd like to be known as the big science guy for building that type of thing. I really enjoy it. We've done stuff for the same people that make Mythbusters. We did kids TV for them. We used to work for Dr. Carl. But yeah, a lot of science stuff, a lot of just straight building as well. A lot of experimental materials. So I can't say we're just working one material at all. We'll use any sort of material that we can to achieve what we want. Sometimes there'll be just 1 or 2 people in the workshop with me. Other times there might be 20. It's all I ever wanted to do. I left school at 15 years old and went and got myself an apprenticeship as a set builder. I was trained by an amazing old man called Cecil Armstrong. He was 63 years old when I started, 65 years old when he retired, and then his apprentice took over, a man called Tony Pearce. That was in the NIDA workshops, so I was there until I was 19 years old, and that just kicked me off. It set me up really well. The universe is great. It's the centre of Sydney. Really. It's got great access to everywhere that you want to go. We've still got some good suppliers here. We're starting to run out of material suppliers as they're getting pushed out further and further west. It's just a property thing where they can't afford to be in here in big scale at the moment. But having said that, there's other material suppliers opening up. And so as one's moving out, one's moving back. There's lots of support here for makers and artists and producers. I don't think you'd kill us with a stick. We're not going anywhere. Sure, again, like I talked about before, property is becoming a problem. People are having a hard time holding down a workshop. But they move out of that workshop and they move into another one. If it's people living in a warehouse and they get shut down, they don't go off and move to Padstow and buy themselves a granny flat. They go and get another warehouse, and there'll always be this same element here in Marrickville and in the inner west. They're all talking about the artist precinct and how they're going to make it better for artists and give us a platform to work on, but that's for glass dolphin carvers. That's not for people who are making huge fireballs and testing walking robots and the things that we do. We'll always be in these big warehouses, and we'll always be around here somewhere. Rachel Lafferty and I, who have been working as collaborative artists for a while, got a spot in the Rookwood Cemetery Sculpture Walk, and we were coming up with things that might be appropriate to go into the graveyard, and somehow we came up with the idea of melting a block of salt. We're melting that salt, exposing the bones and letting it all run into the reflective pool where people can look into the reflective pool and reflect.